Hi everyone, today we're going to do a gin run. This is a gin that we've done a few times before and had good results from. It's what we call citrus three ways. It's going to have Buddha's hand, mandarin and probably lime or lemon, depending on which one we opt for tomorrow. So today we're actually getting started with macerating some of the botanicals, the juniper, the angelica, the orris root and the licorice. So we'll just start with showing you that, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing the rest of the distillation. So for our botanicals, we've got 30 grams of Macedonian juniper, 10 of Himalayan juniper, 20 of coriander seed, angelica, which is 4 grams, licorice root 4 grams, and orris root, which is about 3 grams. So there will be other botanicals that we'll add into the column just before the distillation, but these are the ones that we're going to put into the wash for the maceration. Okay, so first of all we're going to put the juniper, both varieties of juniper. This one, which is the Himalayan juniper, has a slightly more distinctive flavour compared to the more traditional Macedonian. And so those go in. We're going to put the coriander seed in, and we're just going to gently sort of crush this up, hopefully not lose too many botanicals as we go. And this is just to help to open up the juniper and the coriander seed, so that whilst they're sort of in the wash, which is they're going to stay in there overnight, it helps to release more of the flavours from the juniper and stuff. So it doesn't have to be too incredibly sort of mushed and crushed. So just maybe a little bit more. Already start to smell those yummy juniper flavours coming off. Okay, so that's probably enough, and then we're going to be popping that into the still, which has already got our wash, which is just a vodka wash. And we'll pop the other ones in there as well, put the still together, and then just leave it overnight until we come to start the distillation, probably tomorrow. So there we go, we've got the botanicals in the still, and they will just soak away in there for the next sort of 24 hours or so. Okay, good morning. So now we're just out in our orchard, and we're going to be harvesting some of the fruits we're using for the gin. So this is a Buddha's hand plant and fruit. As you can see, it's a bit of a weird shaped looking fruit, but it doesn't have much in the way of juice, but it does have a really good citrusy zest to it. So we're going to use this one first, and then we're also going to head to the kaffir lime tree and take some of that one. So just going to cut this off. So as you can see, plenty on there. We won't be using all of that, but we'll probably just zest it and then dehydrate some of the zest for future use as well. So now we're at the kaffir lime tree. So the fruit here, again, it's a fruit that doesn't really have much in the way of juice. It's not really what it's used for. They're weird looking limes, a bit sort of crinkly. So you've got the fruit, but obviously also, and I'll take maybe 1 or possibly 2 of the leaves. Obviously kaffir lime leaves used in cooking, but we also like using them in our gins for the botanicals as well. Okay, so finally we're at our mandarin tree. As you can see, it's not actually got a huge amount of fruit on it. It was a little bit of a diddy plant when we bought it, and it's still establishing itself even after several years. I have already picked one, but I will supplement from some store-bought mandarins. But yeah, maybe in the future this one will hopefully give us a decent crop. So here we've got our remaining botanicals, the mandarin zest, kaffir lime zest, kaffir lime leaves, a couple of those, Buddha's hand zest, and then we've also got some cassia bark, some homegrown and harvested fennel pollen, and some cardamom seeds. We now put these botanicals into the column of the still, sitting above the pot where the earlier botanicals have been macerating. Ours is a small 5 litre copper alembic column still, and as the still heats up, the alcohol vapours from the pot pass through those botanicals in the column. The white tape, by the way, is what they call PTFE or Teflon tape, and it's there just to minimise any vapour loss. Once the top of the column reaches around 75 degrees, vapours start to pass over the arm of the still, and eventually these get condensed back to a liquid. Now, the first parts of the distillate, referred to as the heads, should be removed as they contain methanol, which is not good, it's poisonous. The bulk of the distillate, the hearts, what's called the hearts, is the good stuff. I tend to collect that in 100 ml intervals and then measure the alcohol content of each 100 ml using a hydrometer. Collecting the hearts can take several hours, or it does for me, as I like to run my distillations slow. Eventually, changes in the column temperature, the alcohol content, and the taste of the distillate will indicate that the distillation is moved into what they refer to as the tails. So you've got heads, hearts, and tails. The tails can introduce off flavours, and so we also remove those. The collected and combined hearts give us a final alcohol content. Ours usually sit around 88% ABV, and then that's diluted down with water to the final alcohol strength that you want. And for this gin, we put it down to 43% ABV. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you've any questions, please post them in the comments. And until next time, cheers.